Hello everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and before we begin with today's news story, I want to, I basically want to acknowledge something about yesterday's video where I confirmed that Travis Kalanick had left Uber and that they had put him on leave of absence. Technically, that might not be confirmed, but I'm not taking the video down because I think it's true. And this isn't just a killing him paper situation where it's like, well, the documents may be forged, but the facts are true. That's not the case. I made that video report, and my sources were the Washington Post and Recode. Now, Recode is a good journalistic organization and has rarely steered me wrong, and the Washington Post is also highly respected. So with those two sources, I made the video and made the information, and I shared the facts that this is what the company was doing in response to the Holder report. Now, since then, several people have emailed me, and many news stories have been popping up that Uber has silent on Travis Kalanick's status there, but I'm still going to confidently say he's gone, because today, one of the stories that the Washington Post reported on that was technically not confirmed is now confirmed, in that Emil resigned from Uber today, and he was probably about as close to a second in command Uber had. He was a close friend and colleague of Travis Kalanick. In fact, usually whatever Kalanick voted on, Emil would also vote on, and he was a key reason why Kalanick always had complete say over the board, because not only did his vote hold more weight, but he always had at least one other board member in his pocket who would never vote against him. That guy is now gone. Oh, by the way, this is the guy that also was the one who was caught on he was one of the ones who recommended digging up dirt on journalists like me to smear them and discredit them when they said anything bad about Uber. So he's gone. And that was reported yesterday by the Washington Post, but not confirmed by Uber. Now it's confirmed. So the fact that I'm going to say very confidently that more or less suggests that Kalanick is gone as well. And we will find out for sure tomorrow everything that the Uber board talked about in their 7-hour board meeting. Like, their 7-hour board meeting. Like, mind blown, right? So, anyway, it's, yeah, folks, this is pretty much a done deal. Now, I do want to also talk very briefly, because I've been reading the comments very interestingly, and so far, no one has come to Kalanick's side for him losing. Like, I've even been not crucified, but kind of like, snarkily said, he feels sorry for him losing his job. He's a billionaire. Who cares? And it's like, well, maybe it's just me. I don't like seeing a lot of bad things happen to people, even if I disagree with them on so many fundamental levels. But yeah, people are not happy with him. They are not defending him. But a lot of people have pointed out, and I probably should acknowledge that they have a good point. Just because Emil's gone, just because Travis is on the way out, just because Uber completely reshapes the company does not mean we're going to get paid any better. It does not mean the rates are going to go up and they're going to go up in our favor. I think it would be wise for them to do that so they could make money. But it is true that during this whole Uber's in crisis situation, the drivers have largely been sidestepped in the conversation. The rates and the drivers who drive out of town and sleep in their cars and can barely provide their families, they have not been talked about as much as the people who work in Uber. The women who get sexually harassed in the offices in San Francisco. The people who quit the driverless car program because they stole documents and got sued by Google. The engineers who are working so much that they kill themselves out of frustration. These are the stories the media has focused on even though the drivers is the more daily and immediate pressing issue. So nothing might change at all. It's hard to say, folks. I'm sorry. It's just enough people brought it up that I had to mention, that's a real possibility. Nothing could change. But here's the thing. We are getting rid of people, or at least the board is getting rid of people that have created some of the worst policies for the company, and I'm certain a new CEO will at the very least do a little something for the drivers to extend an olive branch. I really do think so. It would be truly unwise for them not to at this point, because if the new CEO comes around and fixes some things in the company but doesn't change the fundamental basics on how the product is run, that's going to be bad too, and that could be just as bad, if not worse, than the sexual assault allegation. So, yeah, we might have to be patient, folks. I'm personally going to give them like a month or two to kind of more or less, pick up their act. In the meantime, I will make a video updating on the hashtag Delete Uber movement, where it is, and how I think maybe you guys can be approaching it at this point, and how I'm approaching it personally. I won't talk about it in this video, but in a day or two, that video will come up. So anyway, Emil Michael is out, and I'd be willing to bet a lot of money that, Travis Kalanick is gone too. And I suspect his 3-month temporary leave of absence will be permanent, because 3 months will be enough time for Uber to get a proper CEO, a proper COO, and, a board that will not always tilt in his favor alone, but will think about the company's best interests in general. So what do you folks think? Are you optimistic that good change is coming? Are you pessimistic that good change is a pipe dream? Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon. It can cost as little as $1 a month, or buying some swag at the Great Media Universe store. I have a code below where you can get 15% off your entire first order. Every little bit helps. And as always, flame responsibly. Oh, hashtag delete Uber.